So I had an interesting question come in from a student about multiple universes and the idea that everything is your own projection. And she was saying that this idea got a little stuck in her and she felt a little depressed. This idea that everything's a hologram and her own projection. And I was wanting to know my perspective. So yeah, this is both true and not particularly relevant. Okay, so the idea that everything is your own projection, that you're observing everything, can be taken many different ways. I think that it's true on the level of quantum physics that we are, creating our universe literally and probably branching out into multiverses. That's probably all happening. However, it's not particularly relevant to the experience that we're having right now, right? And I think when we feel a little bit stuck or we feel a little bit lost with these big ideas like this, even things like considering that space goes off infinitely, just trying to wrap your head around that. When you try to grasp those things with your analytical mind, you basically get kind of ungrounded. You kind of lose your center, you lose your grounding in the present time, in your body, and in this moment. And it can be very fun and interesting intellectually, but if you're finding it to be disturbing, what I would suggest is just concentrate on being in your body. You can feel yourself right now just grounded, your feet on the floor or your body in the chair. You can touch your hand, do something to just feel yourself in your body right now in present time, because this is the journey that you're on right now. You're on the journey of this body in this time frame, and it doesn't really matter what else is happening out there. And kind of our goal while we're here is to be present and enjoy this moment and enjoy this journey rather than contemplating all the things that we might be doing that we're not connected with naturally. So that's my recommendation for this. And I would also say that I find this really fascinating in terms of the idea that everything is a holographic projection too, or that we're living inside this virtual reality or simulation, because there doesn't need to be some external force that's creating this simulation, right? We're all doing this all the time with our belief systems. So all of us are looking at the world around us through the filter or the VR glasses, if you will, of our own beliefs. So when somebody's talking to us, we're not really hearing what they're actually saying. What we're hearing is our interpretation of what they're saying. When we watch the events around us, we're not seeing what's actually happening. We're seeing and remembering our interpretation of what happened. And especially if you're looking back on past events, you're rewriting them every time you look back. That's why it's called remembering, right? You're taking these things that have been pulled apart and you're like putting them back together in a little bit different way that fits your current belief systems and probably fits the points that you're trying to make. The things you're trying to get across. You're remembering all these little tidbits back into a story, but it doesn't mean it's real. And so, uh, again, thinking about the idea that there's something else out there that's a multiverse or a simulation, or you're all in this VR space. All these thoughts, although they're fun, I would come back to just be grounded in the present, in this moment, and in your body and here and now. And if you can, notice when you're filtering. Notice when that, your personal belief system, your own virtual reality is influencing what's coming through. Now, this can be really fun. And this is something you can do in the present moment, in your body, that will enhance your life right now, rather than take you away from it and kind of make you ungrounded and spaced out and worried. So start noticing, here's what that person actually said. Or first you might notice, here's what I think they said that I'm upset about. And then maybe they didn't actually say that. Oh, maybe their words meant something else. Just that little question, you'll start noticing that, oh, I'm not really perceiving the world clearly. And that'll open the door for this perception to open up, which will improve your relationships with other people, your communication both ways, and just kind of your understanding of everything that's happening around you. So kind of a fun topic, but lots of people get stuck on this, but you don't need to. Just be grounded in present time in the moment.